Millions of Americans are going to wake up one morning and find out that they've been turned into outlaws overnight for doing nothing more than safely operating a boat at 10 knots.
I'm Captain Rick Croson. I own and operate Living Waters Outdoors.
My name is Terry Stewart. I own TW's Bait and Tackle.
Greg Mayer. I'm the owner-operator of the Fishing Frenzy.
George Stronach. I'm one of the owners of Tideline Boats. We are a boat manufacturing company based in Edenton, North Carolina.
Shortly before Christmas, I got a call from a friend and a boat builder who alerted me to this new rule. The rule covers almost the entire Atlantic seaboard. It imposes a 10-knot seasonal speed limit for boats as small as 35 feet.
Best case scenario, I have to run 20 miles through the whale zone. It's 20 miles from the coast offshore. So 20 miles, that's 2 hours that I would normally cover in an hour. So now my commute's gonna be 3 hours. If I have to run down the beach or up the beach, I'm running through the zone for 4 hours. That's 8 hours of commuting for what's normally a 10 or 12 hour trip.
It's tough living as it is right now with the economy, but it's really going to reduce the number of charters they get per year because the people just aren't going to be willing to boat ride for another 2 hours a day just to make the trip.
I've been running boats for close to 40 years. I've been working on boats for damn near 50 years. And I've never had an issue with a whale. I don't know anyone that has. If this rule comes into effect, my charters will effectively be canceled. I'm a small business owner. I don't have someone signing my check. I need to go to work to get paid.
I work 18-hour days, 200 days a year on the water in rough weather, in scalding hot temperatures in the summer and freezing cold in the wintertime, because I just love everything about it. The aspect of me going offshore as my job is just, it's unbelievable that that's actually what I've been able to do for the last 20 years of my life. For anybody listening to this, understand that there's nobody on the planet that wants to make sure that the environment is safe and taken care of more than I do.
There have been environmental groups that have been pushing for rules like this for literally decades. NOAA itself has gone on record saying we do not have the power to do this. And yet, they rolled out of bed one morning and just said, after further consideration, we think that these laws from the 1970s really do confer us their power. And they've never explained that seismic shift in their positions.
If people can't go faster than 10 knots in the ocean, they're not going to have a need for a boat. I've been fishing in the ocean for most of my life, and I've got, most of my friends fish in the ocean. That's just a part of, our heritage. But I've never heard of anyone hitting a whale, and I've never heard of anyone come close to hitting a whale. Our boats are built in Edenton, North Carolina. Edenton has a population of about 4,000 people, yet there are probably 500 plus people employed in the boat building industry. So 500 out of population of 4,000. So if the boat industry's hurt, that's going to devastate the local economy.
The commercial guys, they're going to spend more nights in the ocean so they don't have to travel that 10-mile corridor more often. And spending the night in our ocean can be very dangerous, especially in the time of year that this law is going to be enacted.
I have a wife and 2 lovely kids, and they're concerned about what I do every day, and they know that they know it's a dangerous job, and they trust me to be smart with my decisions, but they can't do anything about this government regulation, and it scares them to death.
There is no other industry on this island other than fishing and tourism. This might be a ruling that came down that may have more adverse effect on them than anything probably in the last 30 or 40 years.
The government meddling in how I make a living based on some rule where some scientist says that this is what they think. If they would come and ride along with us and ask us and actually be with us for a while, I can promise you we can teach them a lot that they don't understand.
A heavy-handed regulatory solution that makes enemies out of boaters is a step in the wrong direction. You should be enlisting technology and making them allies.
I can't imagine a group of people who are more conservation-minded than a professional fisherman.
Everybody's just trying to make a living. We're not trying to do any harm to the environment at all, just trying to make a living, and it seems like big government's making it harder and harder every year.
America is founded on individuals trying to earn a living.
If I knew there were right whales out here, I'd probably start a whale watching business.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, for real, that up in Virginia Beach, they make a killing.
I mean, to me, it's simple. It's black and white. All we want to do is go to work.
When you say save the whales, you don't think about what you're hurting. Like you're hurting the fishermen, you're hurting the people that work in this industry, that work in this area. They don't think about that. It's easy to just put a quick label on it.
And that's not what this country's based on. Not what we're founded on. It's not what we need to put up with. Just let us go to work.